Good afternoon, Connor kiddos. Okay, some exciting news. I went over to the school yesterday and I had a few more piles of books. Miss Chandler's class has one book left to bring back. So good luck, Miss Chandler's class. I think you guys are gonna win. So keep bringing your books back. We have Monday and Tuesday, and that's when I'll take over a treat, Tuesday night. So good luck. I hope Miss Chandler's class is gonna win now. Okay, today I'm reading this book that's called Miss Todd and Her Wonderful Flying Machine. Now if you kind of look at the pictures, they're a little bit different because this actually used to be a film that some students made. I can't remember if they were at NYU, which school they were at. And they made this into a film that's only like 12 minutes long. And I will put the link of the film at the very, probably like in my comments or description. So you can look it up, watch the film, it's kind of cool. Because they cut it out of paper and made all the props and everything out of paper. It's really neat. So we're gonna read this one and I hope you like it. I think it's a great story, but it's even better when you watch the little film with it. Okay, and it's actually a true, a true story. Miss Lily Todd was a real person. Here we go. Cool pictures. The first time Miss Lily Todd knew she wanted to fly was when she felt the wind in her hair as Grandpa Joe tossed her high into the air. From that moment on, Lily was happiest when her feet were not touching the ground. Lily was determined, sometimes even reckless in the pursuit of her flight. Watching birds soaring in the sky, she made her own wings, and she did things that made Grandpa Joe very worried indeed. Probably you should not jump out of a window. No, you should not jump out of a window with paper wings, because then you crash to the ground. You're a smart girl, Lily, Grandpa Joe would say, but even baby birds have to learn how to fly. Lily trusted her grandpa and started reading as much as she could about birds and bats and bees and anything else that had wings. As Lily grew, so did her passion for flying. She discovered that wearing wings was not enough. If she wanted to fly, she would have to build a flying machine. She made lots of paper airplanes to test her designs, but again and again they crashed to the ground. Whenever Lily was feeling discouraged, Grandpa Joe would pick up the pieces and tell her, try again. But she wanted more. She was ready to stretch her wings. Lily, called Grandpa Joe from the top of the stairs. Wish me luck, Grandpa, said Lily as she rushed out of the house. Her arms were full of designs for her flying machine. It was time for Lily to find her place in the world. Slam, slam, slam. And she knew exactly where to go, a university. There she could learn with others who shared her passion for flying. But everywhere she went, doors closed in her face and all she heard was no, no, no. Why not? Questioned Lily. No girls allowed. That's the rule, they all said. The universities wouldn't even give her a chance. I know if I was reading this, little Miss Ebenezer would say, that is so rude. How come no girls can be allowed? But then a different voice said, no, no, no. It was Mrs. Sage, one of the richest and most important women in New York. She was sick and tired of girls not being allowed to learn, and she wouldn't give another dime to any place who had such silly rules. Okay, this lady's real too. And who are you? She asked, pointing to Lily. I'm Miss Lily Todd. Come now, I don't know how you can stand to be here another second. And with that, Mrs. Sage whisked her away. That very afternoon, Lily shared all of her hopes and dreams with Mrs. Sage, and she talked through the designs for her machine, how she longed to build it and to fly it in the world-famous Long Island flying competition. Very soon, pilots from all over the world would be gathering to compete, and Lily wanted to be one of them. Mrs. Sage believed in Lily and knew just how she could help. Mrs. Sage provided Lily with everything she needed to make her flying machine, including a workshop, which was just a big, huge barn. And Lily rolled up her sleeves and she got to work. Not that it was easy. Her hands became as rough as sandpaper and her back ached from carrying the wood. And some days it seemed like nothing was going according to plan. But she never gave up. And then, at last, she did it. And that's really true. Miss Lily Todd really did build the first airplane. A woman that first built an airplane. And just in time for the day of the competition where pilots were getting ready to risk their necks to test their flying machines. Okay, I wish you could see this picture a little closer. So he flies his plane and it crashes. Can you see his legs upside down? And then they haul him off on a stretcher. And it says, the machines came in all shapes and all sizes, and most of them did not work. The video part of this, the little movie clip, is really cute. Lily was ready to take to the skies, but no, 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 a new voice said. Who are you? Asked Lily. I'm Didier Masson, the most famous pilot in the world, and I'll be flying your plane today. What? Why? Exclaimed Lily. No girls allowed in the sky. That's the rule, and there's nothing you can do about it. It just wasn't fair, Lily thought. Could you tell he was French? She really liked that French accent. But then Lily had an idea. Snatching Dieter's scarf and helmet, she decided to take things into her own hands. She's so smart. Sneaky, sneaky. Too late for anyone to stop her now, but would Lily fly? She was flying. She had done it. She had proved all of them wrong. Snap. But oh dear, Lily was in trouble. A snap in the wing. Would she end like all the other pilots whose flying machines had crashed to the ground? Then she sees a bird. She couldn't give up now. Lily gripped the steering wheel and gritted her teeth. The frame shuddered and it creaked, but she held on until she could feel herself gliding on through the wind as gracefully as the birds she had watched from her window. She felt freer than she ever had felt before. The ground rushed towards her as she came in for a landing. Lily braced herself. She landed, and her machine had flown, and she had felt the wind in her hair before safely returning to the ground. Lily felt invincible. Furious, Dieter was waiting, snatched back his scarf and cap. You, he growled. I did it, Lily exclaimed. I flew. No, you didn't. It's against the rules and doesn't count. Women don't fly. The cheering crowd rushed in, but oh, no, no, no. They lifted Dieter onto their shoulders, believing he had been piloting the plane all along in his famous red scarf. As they carried him away, chanting his name, Lily was left all alone on the airfield. Her heart was broken. She felt that in all the world, the only words that were left for her were no, no, no. What was she to do if her dreams were against the rules? As Lily sat amongst her beloved books, the paper worn thin from studying, and model planes surrounding her, she knew she couldn't give up. After everything she'd fought for, all she had achieved, and with the sky still beckoning, she had to fly again. So that is just what Lily did. She realized that it didn't matter what other people said. She would always find a way. And when she was soaring high up above the clouds, flying free with the wind in her hair, she knew that nothing would hold her down, not even gravity. And that is the end of the story. Now let me tell you, the part that is true is all of the beginning part until right here. So she really did compete in the Long Island flying competition. The DJ Masson, he actually flew her plane. And he wasn't mean and he wasn't jerky. Let me show you a picture of him. He was a real person. This is him right here. So he really did fly her plane. There's Miss Lily, Miss Lily Todd. And then this is Mrs. Sage, Miss Margaret Olivia Slocum Sage. She had lots and lots of money, and she liked to help women achieve any kind of dream that they had. She gave lots of money to that. So here's part in the back of the book. You can see how they made all different kinds of faces out of paper, and they put the hair on, and then she would place them all over. This one's my favorite. Look, that's like the actual stands of the people sitting watching the flying competition. So it's a really cool story. So Miss Todd, there's the cover. So I will put the little film link down on the bottom if you want to watch it. I love it. And then I will put this book in my library. I think I bought this in Coeur d'Alene. I was shopping with my sister Kara. She lives in Coeur d'Alene, and I ran into this really cool bookstore, and I bought it there, and I just had forgotten I'd had it. So I'm glad I found it and read it. So I will post that, and Miss Chandler's class, I'm hoping you win. Or maybe it could be Miss Turpin or Miss Watts' class. You're the second ones in the lead, so we shall see. So have a lovely weekend, and I will see you guys on Monday. Bye-bye.